Well, I got started the same way everybody did, I think, building my own. Brother and I built the first one in 1936. We wanted a Garvey, and we built it. Then I got into building the Garveys. But I clammed in the summertime and built Garveys in the winter. Originally, the Garvey was a flat-bottom, blunt-nosed boat. It had plenty of room, it laid good in the water, and it was stable, so when you walked around in it, it didn't move around. The old Garveys are definitely made of cedar. And nowadays they've been copied with plywood Garveys, fiberglass Garveys, but none of them come up to the cedar boats, the wood boats. The fiberglass boats don't carry as much. They sound like a drum when you hit the waves, but the working men don't use them. The reason we build them out of cedar is that it's very good in the water. It doesn't rot. You can bend it. It's long grain. It's ideal, actually, for a boat. Oh, they've used other wood. This is the only place in the world they use cedar, as far as I know, except New England, they use some cedar. They use pine, spruce, hemlock, different kinds of wood in other places. But when they bring a boat that's built of spruce from Maine, we'll say, or Nova Scotia, they don't last down here in the warm water. They must hold up in the cold water better than they do down here because they rot down here. At one time, you wouldn't see a Garvey outside of our own locality here. Now they've copied them and they make them different places. So that's what they were built for, this bay. They go in shallow water. Well, we have deep water. We have some places 12, 14 feet of water. But then again, a lot of the bottom is only maybe a foot, 18 inches, 2 feet. And if you're clamming or you're working the bay, you don't have to follow channels. You want to go to a certain place from here to there, you go with a Garvey. The main object of a Garvey for clamming is the fact that it lays still in the water. If you're tonging, for instance, you drop your tongs down and you feel clams, and the boat has to stay there so that you can dig the clams out. If the boat moves, you can't get them out. Now with a rake, it doesn't matter what kind of boat you got. The motion of the boat drags your rake through the water, through the bottom action. They used to use shinnecock rakes. They got their name in Shinnecock Bay. They use a different kind of a rake now, but it's the same principle. The first thing we do to build a Garvey is to put the sides together, 2 identical sides. Then they're turned upside down and sprung. Put the bow where you want it, put a form in, and pull the stern in. Then you continue with framing the keelsons, the chines or grub pieces, as we call them, and put the bottom on. Got plenty on the other end?
Yeah.
According to local history, a man by the name of Garvey came from England and built a punt, as they called it, an English punt, which was a forerunner of our Garvey. Somebody painted his name on the bow, G-E-R-V-A-I-S, and from there it was corrupted into Garvey. Whether it's real true, I don't know, but that's what we hear. Well, the reason I like to build boats is that they're essentially all different. You could build the same model continually, but I've always built whatever they want. In other words, people come in, want a 22-foot boat, 24, what they want, and I pay no attention to the one I built before. Go ahead and build that one. And the wood is nice to work with. Cedar is nice to work with. It's a matter of fitting, and it's not like house building where you cut everything square and put it together. I love it.